Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
Okay. That's a good take, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next topic. This is gonna be a good one for me. Here's the topic. The topic is a question. In every story, there's always a villain. And that villain has a motive for why they're doing the things that they do. All right. So the question is the villain wrong for doing the things they do and wanting the things that they want? Right? So as I gotten older and I look at the things that I'm into, right? So from Naruto to Thanos, Doom, like you the Joker, because the Joker is actually my favorite character of all times. Like I just really love his character. So I look at the okay, so why are you doing what you're doing? And a lot of the motive comes from a place of love. So I'm asking, is the villain wrong for doing what they do, right? So let's just take Thanos, because Thanos is popular, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about Thanos. So his reasoning was no kids will go hungry, because he was saying like the universe was overpopulated. There's war, there's famine, and all these things. So if I can get rid of half of the population and then control that population, then there will be no war. There will be no kids going to bed hungry. So is he wrong?
You know what's so crazy? If you would have asked me this shit like 10 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, nigga, crazy. But you ask me this shit now, I'm like, bro, he is on point, because I cannot stand some of this shit that goes on. I'm like, bro, if you got to wipe out 50% and I'm in the 50%, let's do this. Because like, bro, like sometimes I'll be out. Like, listen, this is what I'm talking about. Like when you get in your head type of shit.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll be out, bro, and I'm looking around. I'm like, and I watch people do dumb shit all the time.
Yeah.
I watch entitled people be ignorant. I watch ignorant people be stupid, and I watch stupid people be dumb.
Mhm.
It's just so crazy. And like I said, man, I'm not the perfect person by any means, but I know right from wrong, bro. Like I, I just I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I just, to go back to the question, I think Thanos, the way he, I guess, did things looks wrong,
Mhm.
but like it made sense.
Mhm.
It made perfect sense to me, and thinking about it in hindsight, because even the fact that you know, let's say like the Avengers and whatnot, they were messing with time. I mean, they're fucking up time. Like, yeah, let's take these niggas out. They're messing up with timelines. Like these guys shouldn't be able to do that. It's unnatural. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's like, it's like us taking out the scientists who are cloning sheep. Like
Mhm.
that's not your duty.
Yeah.
You're not the
Yeah.
universe. You're not, you know, but then you realize what the scientists are trying to do is come up with cloning so we can have more food, because we're maxing out food.
Mhm.
Like it's scary to think about it, and nobody really thinks about it. But if you think about it right now, how many cows you really think are on this earth to feed all the people that are on this earth? We got billions of people on the earth. You think there's a billion cows on this earth, bro? You think there's enough real cows, even with all you losing ass vegetarians? You really think there's enough meat out there? You know, like doing it. Like you got to think about it for a second. Be like, yo, there's we're probably not eating, real meat all the time, dog. I mean, come on, we're really not. Like, you go to McDonald's, that don't look like meat to me, bro. But Taco Bell, that shit are like wet dog food. Like, it's the truth, and people eat it, and their excuse is like, oh, it's cheap. All right, well, then you eat that cheap shit when you're dead at 38, or your colon is on fire. You know why? Bro, I stopped eating Taco Bell like a couple years ago, bro. I can't.
I've
bro,
never
the
been
smell
a fan
of
of Taco Bell. I started eating that like years ago. Years.
Bro, the smell of Taco Bell kills me, dog. McDonald's I cut back on. A lot of fast food places I cut back on, dog. I just I felt better when I stopped eating a lot of those fast food places.
Yeah.
Like, physically, like my body felt better. Like my insides just were happy for me that I stopped eating this junk. Yo, I will feel like shit after eating McDonald's, bro. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
Started eating more it was a little bit more pricey, but I started eating better places. I would go to like steak houses, eat at home, salads here and there, shit like that. Way better.
Yeah.
But yeah, as for the villain part, yeah, dude, I think some of them have legit reasons. I think just the execution might be a little bit like the Joker, for instance, your favorite guy. He had there's so many origin stories for the Joker. There's not one real
origin.
One, you know what I'm saying? Because they really don't even know how the Joker became. But there's so many different versions. But every version is always stems from his parents, beating him so. Yeah, he's looking for somebody, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the Joker is a very complex person, because even. I don't know if you ever read the one where he becomes Batman. Did you ever read that comic?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's pretty good. You got to read it. So, just a quick overlay so you understand where I'm going. He ends up killing Batman, but he kills him by accident, kind of. He didn't mean to, or he didn't know he was going to. So, it's a good read. I think it's like 2 books or maybe one comic. I don't know, but he kills Batman by accident. And he puts him in the closet, and he looks at him for days, and he's starting to smell. So he takes his suit off and he starts wearing it. So the suit's all big and baggy on him, and he's running around doing good things as Batman, but he's in Joker mask, right? with the Batman on. So everybody's looking at him like, yo, you're not Batman, and he's doing good things, but he's doing it in a way that is bad. So he's trying to help people. So, for instance, I think somebody was getting robbed. He catches the robber, he beats them up, and then kills them by accident. Like, he's trying to do good, but he's killing by accident. But anyway, long story short, he's sad because he killed Batman, and he feels without Batman, his life is useless.
Right.
So he becomes Batman. So my thing is that Joker does bad things because he needs love, and he feels like him and Batman are friends,
right,
when they fight.
Right.
So in his head, it's normal for Batman to come and fuck him up. It's almost like if you're like, if somebody kidnaps you and you fall in love with them, Stockholm syndrome. Like, when chicks get kidnapped, they fall in love with their kidnapper, then now all of a sudden they're okay being kidnapped. They're doing the life with the kidnapper. They don't even realize that they're kidnapped. So that's the same kind of vibe Joker has with Batman when he's doing bad things. It's just he wants to hang out with Batman. He thinks Batman and him are cool because Batman's coming after him, but he just does this thing because he needs, I guess, that love that his parents didn't, give him, because they used to beat him. And so when Batman beats him, it feels normal.
Right.
That's why he likes it. It's hard to explain, but
I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that is what his love feels like, I guess. It sounds weird, but that's what he feels is friendship.
Okay, so maybe
that's how they made it sound.
Maybe the joke is a bad
a bad example.
Bad example.
But in his head, he ain't doing nothing wrong.
But yeah.
But yeah.
So let's do this. So
let's take
okay, let's take the Punisher for example.
The Punisher. Okay,
Even though he's not a villain, but
right.
Okay, they killed his family,
Right.
and now he becomes this vigilante. But instead of taking an oath of I'm not going to take somebody's life and I'm going to bring in justice, they're like, he's putting people 6 feet under. So
right.
What I'm saying is he wrong? Because it's not like he's doing this to innocent people. Like he's going after the people that are doing bad things.
Right. Yeah.
So if you murder, if you rape, if you a corrupt politician and messing up people's lives, he's coming after you. Is he wrong?
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, dog. No. If so, let's just say, let's say Punisher was a real person. Let's say somebody was out there actually killing only bad guys, right? That keep flying under the radar or keep getting out of jail and whatnot. Let's say he was killing, and I'm just gonna pick a group. Let's just say he was killing rapists, right? I'm not even gonna go into the drug dealers and all that shit, because then that's when there's a lot of gray space, because drug dealers are bad just depending on who you ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's just say he's killing rape people who rape people. Is he a bad person to me? No, I don't think so, because a lot of these people who SA people get off like scot free, or they do 5 years. Child molesters are coming home in less than time than some drug dealers, which is crazy to me. Like, you could do 20 years for selling drugs, but you do 5 years for raping some kids. You know what I'm saying? Which is insane, because you can cop a plea saying you're insane, or you could do a bunch of things. Drug dealers, you can't say you're insane because you're selling drugs. You knew you were making money. So that's the thing that bothers me about the justice system, is that it's not made. It's just not. It's not current with current times. It feels like it's just so old. It's what I'm saying. Like, you would chop off the hands of somebody who stole.
Yeah,
that seems like a legit punishment. Oh, you don't stop stealing? Chop your hands off. You cannot steal again. Back in the day, if you did some essay to somebody, they'll castrate you. They'll cut your junk off. You ain't essaying nobody again after that. So their punishments, even though it sounds crazy, it made more sense. Nowadays, you go to jail for 6 months and you come out, you do it again.
Okay.
And you do it again.
So
you know what I mean? So
in the case of the Punisher, you say he's not wrong. Okay.
No.
Cool. So my question, if he's not wrong, what gives him the power to decide who lives and who dies? Because corrupt power corrupts absolutely. So you're a good guy, right? You got a real good heart. However, if you could cross the line with no consequences, and you know that you can cross the line with that without there being any consequences, you will slowly start to become a god.
Well, you're taken out. Yeah, I can see that, and that's what I'm saying. It's very, very gray. That, like, it's very gray. That and I see that why they have peers that judge you and blah 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 blah. Just so this feels fair, but let's keep it real. Is it ever fair? Like,
no.
I watch. Me and Jess watches a lot of crime shit on her phone and on TV, and a lot of times, man, these people get off on. They'll hit somebody with their car, and they'll do 2-3 years and get off in a year for good behavior. It's crazy. I mean, look at Pop Smoke. The guy who killed Pop Smoke, he only did 2 years?
Okay.
I think 3. I don't even think he did that long, bro. He got out fast enough to go on Adam 22 and make like $10,000 for telling people he killed Pop Smoke. Like, that's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, dude. It's just crazy. It's weird. I don't know. I think when it comes to justice, like, everybody wants a fair trial. I get it, but I don't know, man. If everything says you killed somebody, whether you did it let's say you did it by accident. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you kill somebody by accident. You hit them with your car. You didn't see them. Like, yeah, I get it. Somebody might be mad and want to kill you, but you did it by accident. So you don't feel, you know, the need to be punished to so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I could see things like that. That's what I'm saying. It could be great. But like intentionally killing somebody and you get 5 years or 25 and then parole after, 10, like that's just like, is that fair? Like, and then they want to go into the logistics of, oh, well, he served his time and he is he's rehabbed and or he not like he won't do it again. Like, how do you know that? Like, how do you know he won't do it again? How you know he won't get these urges to go and whack somebody or essay somebody or go poke somebody? Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know.
No.
So I don't know, man. It's I don't know. There's just no such thing as justice. It's more like you got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
something happens, you got to deal with it, whether it's in your favor or not. It is how you deal with it is your justice. If you're okay and you can forgive and forget or be at peace, then that's your justice. Then that's your justice. If you can't and you got to go out there and murk him and make sure he pays, then that's your justice. And you go to jail, then that's your justice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your justice is how you depict how you're gonna be after
I I
this.
I, I agree with that 100%. But to answer my own question, is the villain wrong? I would say yes. The villain is wrong because I understand something tragic happened to you, but I feel that that's not an excuse for you to be a bad person. Like I feel
Right.
like nothing in life is an excuse for you to be a bad person to other people, especially innocent people who haven't done anything to you. So
Yeah.
my parents were got divorced like a long time ago. That's not an excuse for me to walk around through life being an a hole. Oh,
Yeah.
he's just taught because of his parents. Like that still doesn't give me a right to be disrespectful to the teacher and disrupt class or walk
Yeah.
around just doing stupid mischievous stuff to people. Right.
Yeah.
So as in the case of a Thanos or a the Joker or the Punisher, I feel like you have to be careful not to become the very thing that you hate. Right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
your whole origin is this is what happened to me. So now I set off on this journey to make sure that these things don't happen again. But in the midst of me doing what I'm in the midst of me make sure that this tragedy doesn't happen to someone else, I'm doing exactly what happened to me to other people. And to me
Yeah.
that doesn't that's that doesn't make it right. It's not justice, right? It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like undercover cops. We're going to break the law in the name of the law and call it justice. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, in
Well,
my opinion.
that I mean, yeah, and like I said, it's a real gray area, but like there's certain things that you feel like for instance, school shootings, right?
Hmm.
A lot of those kids get put in, well, at least the ones that don't fucking blow their heads off or don't get shot,
Hmm.
they end up going to mental institutions and living their life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? A lot of people would say that ain't fair. A lot of people say they deserve to go, they deserve to die, but what's right and what's wrong, and that's in a situation like that. It depends on who you ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, he was sick. He's mental medicines. They give him 1,001 excuses, but give him, don't make him, the one like they don't hold him accountable for it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They'll give him the excuses, but they won't give him the
Right.
accountability.
Right.
So it's like what do you do? And they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you go on, you walk, you load up, you get guns, you get bullets, you drive, you thought about it, you planned it out, you go to school, you kill kids.
Hmm.
You thought all that shit through. You are not crazy. You are
I agree.
planful person. You deserve to die, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, dude. I always told myself I'm a very eye for an eye kind of person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that universe that I never had to deal with anybody, killing anybody in my immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, and a lot of people always be like, well, if you go kill somebody who killed one of your family members and you go to jail and now your family don't have you, I think I'm okay with that because I don't. If something were to happen to like one of my kids, and somebody kills one of my kids, God forbid, I'm sorry, but I'm not going on the news. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm gonna do like I don't know if you remember back in the 80s, this guy's son got murdered and essayed by some camp guide, somebody, and he killed them, found them in the woods. He went to trial. The guy was waiting by a payphone.
Yeah, I saw the video.
When they were okay. He was waiting by a payphone when they were walking him out of the courtroom. Boom! Shot him twice in the face, killed him. I'm sorry, dog. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? If I know 110% you did this to my kid and made him suffer, I'm gonna blame you, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going to. Like I said, there's nothing you can convince me different. My wife and kids will understand why I did what I did. Like I am not gonna let you live out the rest of your life in a jail, talking shit and acting like that shit was okay to do. I'm gonna make you suffer and your family who's watching you on TV suffer the same way my family suffering. I'm sorry, eye for an eye. For me, I know people be like, "Well, that's not good practice. That's evil."
Mm-hmm.
I quite frankly don't care. I don't care about none of that. I'm not letting any beliefs or anybody convince me that is not the way. I cannot forgive somebody, especially if you brutally kill somebody. Like if you did it by accident, that's different. I might be like, yo, it was an accident. I get it. Shit. Like even though it'll be heartbreaking, it'd be difficult, but I can understand an accident. But cold, like you just go out there, snatch, essay, do the things, and then murder. Nah, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Because you'll be released and you'll do it to somebody else again. You going. I'm sorry. In my book, there's a bullet with your name on it, and I will deliver it. Or kunai. Whichever way I can get closer to you. It don't even have to be with a gun. I'll probably stab a nigga in the neck. The same. I don't.
Well, I do think each situation should be like, like there's some nuances to everything. So
yeah definitely.
I
but as for but that's my final stance on that. I'm just saying I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy. I'm just
okay.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, well, I guess that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so let's get into our last topic, man.
Okay. Do you got videos for this one?
I have.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you on point today, bro. I told you I was gonna pull one up, but I forgot. So let's watch it. This is the latest trailer, right? Oh man, I'm just glad I don't got no sweat in my underarms, dude.
This is the one for She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon. And it says 2.
Okay. All right. That is fine. I ain't gonna front. I probably would have not wanted She-Hulk, but it's fine. I get it.
Oh, okay.
Bro, Wolverine looks so dope in that old school outfit.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really can't wait till this game comes out, bro.
Bro, I know, dude. And I know we go through this every couple of months where the beat 'em up comes out and we're like, yo, I can't wait.
But this one
is really exciting.
Yeah.
Did you see, and this is, just a different topic. Not really different topic, but same shit. Anyway, did you see Scott Pilgrim new game?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, looks so good. Scott, have you played the first Scott Pilgrim game?
That was good. That was good.
That was all right. So they made another one. It's called I think he's saving the world, or Canada, or so, I don't know, whatever, Toronto. But that one looks really good. Like they really tweaked it up really good, bro. Man, you know what's so crazy? I was going through my Switch actually yesterday because I was setting up my old Switch for Jess because I gave it to her and I was downloading her games. And I was going through my library and I got so many games, dog. But I say about 10% of my games are beat 'em ups, bro. Like I was going through it, it was Double Dragon, it was Ninja Turtles, it was what was that? Streets of Rage.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a bunch of I was like, man, I got really good beat 'em up games. And there's one game that I want to get that I didn't get because every time I want to get it, it's still super expensive. Well, I wouldn't say super expensive, but just too much, I think, for that game. Is this game called City Girls?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they gotta go save their boyfriends.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I haven't bought it yet on Switch because it's still $30, which is crazy to me. And two, you only play with girls in the game, and you know how I feel about that. Like sometimes I just hate only playing with a girl. Like it drives me insane. I don't mind it if you're a character of stature, like Tomb Raider and these characters. I mean, there's a couple of them. I just can't remember all of them, but yeah, the City Girl game, that's the only one I want to get. And I just want to collect all the beat 'em up games. I want to literally buy all of them and just have them on my Switch.
Yeah. The one that I want to play the Karate Kid, the G.I. Joe.
Yeah. And I think also the Power Rangers. I know all these games are out already. Yeah. I just haven't had time to buy them because I've been so just busy doing shit. And once they go, they kind of go. Mm-hmm. It's you have to stumble on them to want to get them again. But I think I'm going to get them all on the Switch. And this is what I'm saying. The Switch is the perfect little handheld to play these smaller games because one, you like playing beat 'em ups by yourself, or you can. But when you do playing with friends, you could play it online now because it's fun to play it online too. Which, side note, I did like this feature in the Switch too. The chat, that shit is dope. I know I didn't mention it earlier, but I thought about it now because I was actually playing a game earlier. Yesterday. You could literally go on your friends list, send them an invite, and they can watch you play the game, kind of like Twitch for the Switch.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you could, I sent my boy Joaquin an invite. He was watching me play my game. I'm watching him play his game. We don't have cameras yet because I didn't buy the camera. But if I bought the camera, I could switch it to the camera and he can watch me on his screen play my game. And if we're playing the same game, we could watch each other and talk. And it's really clear, no lag. The mic picks up you really well. It don't pick up background noises. Bro, that's one thing that they did good.
That's what's up.
That was cool. He was watching me. I was watching him play Pokemon on a smaller screen at the bottom of the Switch, and he's watching me play. I was playing Zelda, the old school Zelda that they remastered. I was playing that shit, and he was watching it. And it's kind of cool because I'm watching him playing. I'm asking him questions while I'm playing, and he's like, "Yo, that game is like it." It made gaming a little different for the first time. If that makes sense.
So is this because I know the screen is already small. So how does it?
The screen is a little bigger, actually. It's a lot bigger than the old one. But yes, the screen is a little bit small, the real estate. But the way they do it, don't make the screen too much smaller. They put a smaller screen at the bottom, and then they raise the game up a little bit. so it doesn't look so smushed or like it doesn't look too small where you can't see shit. You know what I'm saying? But the cool part about that is that since you can hear and talk, you can literally take him off the screen and you don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? So you can play the game and just turn off his screen and still play the game and still hear them. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I think that's gonna be a feature that's gonna really push online gaming on the Switch 2 a lot better if everything works good as it's supposed to. But I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think if you run into a Switch, like, you know, a Switch 2 somewhere, I think you should get one. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I think you would enjoy a Switch 2 because it has games that obviously we like to play, and it'll be so much easier to jump into it. You're gonna see how much easier it is now that the Switch 2 is capable of doing these things. How much easier it is to jump into a game versus turning on the TV and all that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm super excited for the Marvel game. Did they have a release date? It just said holiday, right? 25.
I haven't seen a release date yet, but shout out to Marvel because Marvel video games, the Marvel brand has really been doing like a lot. I don't know. They got this. They got a new mobile game coming out.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good too. I saw that. And Dragon Ball got one too coming out. Did you see that? Ball? Yeah, Dragon Ball got a 3-on-3 fighting like overview game, kind of like Pokemon United. You ever seen that? That's actually pretty fun, by the way.
Yeah, I've actually played that. That's pretty fun. But I haven't.
Yeah, on the Switch is way better. If you get a Switch, you should play it on the Switch. It's way better.
I haven't seen the Dragon Ball game you're talking about though.
Yeah, it's called. I forgot the name of it. Well, it's a. I forgot the name of it. It has some. It's called Project something. Look it up. It's called Dragon Ball Z Project. I want to say Project Z or Project something, and it's an overview fighting game where you kind of just click and point, kind of like just like Pokemon United. It's the same thing or whatever that shit is. United, whatever that shit is. It's kind of like that. It's dope. It looks dope. Both games look dope. But yeah, Marvel's really stepping their game up. I'm glad that they actually making games that are. I mean, you got to think about it. If I'm Marvel or if I'm the company of Marvel, I'm like, bro, we got all these IPs. It takes 10 years for Spider-Man to come out on Sony. It takes 5 years for Marvel Alliance to come out on whatever. What's the fastest, easiest game we can make that's so much fun and so creative and so cool that it don't even need to look that great. It just needs to be colorful and fun. A beat 'em up game, dog. It does not take years to make a beat 'em up game. Bro, I will play I could play a beat 'em up game every day as long as they're fun and that's the thing I hate about this is one of the negatives about beat 'em up games. They never support them after they come out. It's like, yeah, they'll drop a little bit of DLC here, but it's never something that makes me want to go back and replay it over and over.
Like a new storyline.
Like, give me some new levels. Yeah, like give me new levels. Give me new you know what I hate when they release new people in DLC later after I beat the game. I don't want to play with new people after I want to play with them now. Right. I don't want to wait 2-3 months and play with the cool ninja. I beat the game already 3 times. I don't want to, and then you give me no more content with it. So now I'm gonna play. I don't want to do that. Like the levels get old after a while. Like that's why I think. Then just hear me out. I think they should make a beat 'em up game where I can customize the levels and I can customize and create everything. You know how like you do level creations on Smash Brothers? They should make a beat 'em up game where I could level create my own levels and my own difficulty and my own vibe. Like if I want the whole level to just be in a dungeon, it's in a dungeon. If I want the whole level to be in a dojo and just fight ninjas or zombies or monsters, let me make the level. They should call it create your own beat 'em up or your beat 'em up. There's anything, bro. Like I would love to make and design my own beat 'em up levels.
Yeah,
because sometimes I be playing on these levels and I'm like, yo, this shit. How did you miss out an opportunity to do this, and this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, They just make them too simple
I
sometimes, and I understand why. But I'm like, bro, I want a little bit more going on right now.
found that Dragon Ball game called you're talking about. It's called Dragon Ball Project Multi. I got a trailer for it right quick.
Okay, yeah, put it on. They must have changed it because it was called something. It was called Project something else. I don't remember Multi, but oh, it's 4v4. Yeah, I knew it was 4 something.
Oh man, they got Cooler.
Yeah, I know. I love Cooler.
ここからが本番だ。スーパーサイヤ人はここにもいるぞ。この俺を舐めるなよ。これで終わりだ。ドラゴンボール激震スクワドラ。
Yeah, see, they changed the whole shit, Squadron. I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, it comes out. Oh shit! It said June, right? June 12th.
What is it?
Am I bugging?
Yep, June 12th.
There's no way that game's out.
It should be.
Oh, that's
PS5,
probably the
PS4,
beta then.
Nintendo Switch, Steam.
Yeah, that's probably the beta testing. I think that's what that says. Because I've been looking for that game. I don't think that game's out yet. I know that for a fact because I've been watching this game for a while. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to get to play that game and get my ass whooped by every Japanese kid in Japan. Because you already know them motherfuckers they always on top of these things, bro. And if it's free to play, then it's gonna be hard to play. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta grind, you gotta get get all the level 3 stars and all this shit. But I'm excited for the games that are coming out. It's just a lot.
I'm always excited for games, but it's just the state in which they release the game that's got me. Cause I wanted to play Armored Core, but I was like, I'm not spending that much money on it, and then turns out I don't like the game, man.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing that I think they're taking a risk on is releasing these games so with the price being so high, releasing these games for $80 and then they're incomplete.
Right.
And people getting mad because now we have a legit reason to be mad because the game is $80, is incomplete, and is a piece of shit. So that's why I understand why they release games for free, because they could be like, oh, it's free, you can't really complain,
right.
and we can work on it. You know what I'm saying? And then charge us a bunch of money for it later with DLC and season passes. But it's also taken away from the excitement of buying a game. Because there's nothing like buying a game, popping it in, and yo, this shit is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Breaking the wrapper, doing the thing. But even when I bought my Switch too, I thought, and I really thought I should have known better, but I thought that they were gonna give me the Mario Kart cartridge in the box. Nope, I got a DLC code. So and I didn't even get a Mario Kart box. They should have at least gave me the box so I can have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't even get a box. I literally got a piece of paper that said, "Here's your Mario Kart 2 game."
And that's where my heart breaks for video games, bro. Because they don't put the artistry into video games no more, bro. You would get the pack, you buy a game, you have a packaging. So I'm I had a 64. You get that box that everything comes in, and you open up the box. There's the cartridge, and then there's the game booklet. The game booklet told you how to play the game. It had character bios and the special moves and the ability. It was really worth spending the money, bro.
I swear, dude. Look, this is my box right here, it says including inside full game download, right? So when I read that, I'm like, oh, no cartridge. But when I opened it, I thought they would at least give me the box, because I know sometimes you buy, a game and it comes, you get the box because a lot of people like the box. Nope, just came with these things to make the control feel more fulfilling. And yo, bro, like the unboxing was not even fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bare minimum at best. Like it was like just throwing in here. I mean, it was neatly put. It wasn't nothing special. When I'm gonna tell you my best, and this is just a side note, but my Nintendo Switch 2 was not an exciting unboxing. Literally, the Nintendo fit exactly in this box, and that was it, right? Fine, cool. My favorite unboxing by far was probably my Super Nintendo when I was a kid. And I was a kid at that time, so I was super excited. But it came with 2 controllers, Super Mario's, Super Mario. It came with all that shit. That was an exciting one. Probably my second favorite unboxing was my Nintendo 64.
To me, that was my best one, bro.
That was my best one because I bought that shit with my own money, right? I was a teenager, but I was doing some things. I was making some money. So I bought my Nintendo 64. My third one was my Dreamcast. That was a cool vibe. Like these feelings, you know what I'm saying? When you open up your new shit. I didn't get when I got the Switch, I was excited, but when I opened it, I'm like, yo, what it was just wrapped. It wasn't nice. For instance, my Xbox Series S. That was when you open that shit up, that shit was premium. And you open the box, it was sitting in the middle. It was like, boom, nigga, here's your Xbox. And then the control was sitting on, boom, here's your Xbox control. That was fun. What was the other one? Damn, I had it. Oh, when I unboxed the my MetaQuest headset, that was a nice unboxing. It came in a really tight fit box. It was premium. So you want those kind of unboxings. Besides me being excited for the Switch 2, the unboxing was mediocre. It was just it was like playing the SpongeBob song with the flute. It was that shit. But then once I got past that, I was like, cool. I was really upset that they didn't give me a Mario Kart box. At least with the artwork. Bro, no booklet in there to tell you how to play the Mario Kart game. So if you never played the game, you ain't getting no how to press anything. You better just go on the game and it tells you everything. It has a tutorial, of course, but yeah, you don't get all the cool shit. Nah. So I don't know if that's the reason why the game is. And like I said, if the game was cheaper because I ain't getting nothing with it, fine. If I bought it digitally on my Switch, let's say I bought the Switch 2 base model and I bought the game for $40 online or $50, fine. But if I bought the base model Switch and went online and bought the game be $80. And I don't get a box. Is Nintendo gonna mail me a fucking box or get a card? No. So you're saving money on all this other shit. You don't have no boxes. Nobody's nothing. You don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind that.
But it's every business, from cereal, the chips. They giving you less for so much more, but you have to pay so much more for it, man.
I'm telling you, dog. When I saw that the games were $80 on the Switch, I'm like, ooh. I'm like, that's crazy. And then and the shit I hate about Nintendo is that the games never go on sale. You might get $3 off, but I'm talking about the $20 sales. And why is that? I'll tell you why. Because they have a premium game software. They know you can't go nowhere else and get Mario. Yeah, you can't go nowhere else and get Zelda. So they know they have this thing, and they don't care if you don't want if you can't afford it. Oh, you can't afford it, then you can't play it. You want to play this game, you're gonna give us $80, and people are gonna pay for it. But I think they're gonna see a difference in how people buy games now because the games are so much more, and you don't get anything out of it. I do give Nintendo this, and this will be my last thing. When they do release a game, they release the game. You understand what I'm saying? They like you get a Mario game, you get the Mario game. You're not getting nothing else. You're not getting nothing less. You're getting the Mario game. You're gonna play it. You're gonna be done with it, and that's it. You're not getting nothing else. You're not getting no DLC. You're not getting no extra Luigi hats. You're not getting no extra Donkey Kong ties. You're getting the game, and then maybe in a year or two, we'll throw you some characters like they did for Smash Brothers and Mario Kart back then. Oh, yeah, we'll we got some DLC. Give us $10 and we'll give you 3 more characters. That's what they do. But I give Nintendo that. They give you the complete game, whether it's good or bad. You get the complete game, and the way it should feel when it comes to their games, at least. Pokemon's a different story, but yeah, you get the Mario Kart. Yeah. And did you see that Game Freak is making an Xbox game? You didn't see that during the Xbox presentation? Game Freak is making a game for Xbox.
What's the game?
Which is absolutely crazy. I forgot the name of the game, but it looks really good. And mad people were losing their shit in the comments because they were like, "Yo,
the monster game."
It was something with.
Because you was asking me about that game, and the name of that game was called Amiibo.
No, that's a different game, but that's not by Game Freak. Oh man, I forgot the name of it, dog.
Let me see.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. Beast of something. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. I think I found it.
Beast of Reincarnation.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could put it up here real quick.
Okay. Oh, that jank.
はるか昔、輪廻の獣が現れた。
I ain't gonna lie, this looks good. Now
It does.
獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕む。
Bro, when I saw this pop up, I almost lost my shit because I'm like, wait a minute. Game Freak hasn't made games for anybody else in forever besides Nintendo, dog. So I was like, what is going on here? Is Nintendo...
They only make Pokemon for Nintendo, or do they got...
Nintendo.
They don't make anything else for Nintendo?
They used to make... they made another game. I forgot what game it was. It was a different game.
They just focus on Pokemon.
But they focus more on Nintendo now. But bro, and that's what I'm saying. Look how amazing this game looks. You mean to tell me? So this puts my theory. Remember I told you one time, I think Game Freak was the reason Nintendo makes shitty games. Now, if I'm watching this, I'm almost 100% sure it wasn't Game Freak. It was Nintendo telling Game Freak, like, nah, we're not doing that. Because if they can make this game, that means they want to make Pokemon look like this. But they probably got tired of making shitty games for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because if they can make this game look like this game looks amazing, by the way. Good. This is just a trailer. If they can make this game, you mean to tell me they can't make
gameplay,
a dope Pokemon? Yeah.
And see, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't understand why Nintendo won't put out a console that's powerful so they can do things like this. Because if Pokemon looked like that, that would be like really dope.
Bro, I just think Nintendo's too cheap. They don't want to put the money up. They don't want to put the money up.
At this point, you don't have to invest trying to figure out the technology. Because all Nintendo do is taking old technology, putting it into the Switch, and charging you for it.
Yeah. That's what that moneymaker is at. Just being, look at this game. This game looks amazing, dog. But that goes back to what I was saying on the last pod, is that they don't care. They just do what they want to do at this point. That game looks crazy. So now I want to apologize to Game Freak, because I'm sure it's not them. It's Nintendo. It's after watching that, I know it's not Game Freak that doesn't want to make a better Pokemon game. It's Nintendo that doesn't want to make the better Pokemon game. And this is what led to games like Power World and that Amiibo game that's coming out. Now Nintendo has a bigger problem because they've been so cheap with making a good Pokemon game that now people are tired and they're making their own versions of the game that are actually really good and they look amazing. And now Nintendo is mad and is going to try to sue everybody's ass. But you can't sue
Nintendo
creativity.
Nintendo is like the true definition of, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Because they've been doing that Pokemon formula for so long, bro. This is game from Game Boy, and I ain't talking Game Boy Color. I'm talking the big fat
original fucking black and white Game Boy. I know.
Like, God damn.
Green background.
They had and when every year is Pokemon Red, Blue, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Gold, Silver,
and that's another thing. Just think about it. You make double the money because you sell two versions of the same game with 5 less Pokemon in each of them. So you mean to tell me you making a gazillion dollars and you can't just tighten it up? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Come on.
Yes, sir.
And Nintendo, come on, bro. What are you doing? Yep. So at this point, Game Freak look like they just got tired of the fucking shit. They want to go and show it. I'm telling you, Game Freak got so much slack when that last Pokemon game came out. They had to make this game just so people could see that they could make a real game. Because that's what I'm pretty sure Game Freak was like, yo, people are attacking us because you guys are cheap. So now we want to go make a game and show them that we can make a good game and they can know that it's you that suck at one of them. So now I apologize to Game Freak because now I know it's not them, it's Nintendo. It's definitely Nintendo that doesn't want to ante up on the graphics on their Pokemon, which is crazy to me. I don't understand why. You have the best monster fighting game and you want to keep creating these fucking goofy ass cartoon 8-bit pixel games.
Their target audience is kids. So the kids don't really care about this shit. They just want the
well, guess what? I gotta buy the kids these games, and I'm a gamer, and I see how shitty these games look. You need to tighten up. Fuck out of here. I'm buying 8, and I'm pretty sure that new Pokemon game is not gonna be $60.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
That's definitely premium.
But
price.
No, yeah, for sure. But I'm glad that Amiibo and Power World are getting. I'm glad people are playing the games and supporting them, because I think people are tired of playing shitty Pokemon games. And that Amiibo game looks amazing, and I'm getting it. I am getting
I gotta
it,
try
and
it
I'm gonna play the fuck out of it. It looks good, and even if it's like not the greatest or it's not as vast as Pokemon, I'm gonna support it because they need competition.
Yeah, they do.
When you don't have competition, you make shitty games like Pokemon. When you have competition, you make great games like Halo and Splinter Cell, Call of Duties, and all these games.
Yep.
So, but yeah, kid, I'm good with that. That was my final take on that shit.
Good take, man. That was a good take.
Good take, good take, buddy. Good take. Yeah, buddy. All right, so I guess we wrap it up.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was a good talk. That was a good chat. Yeah. Well, to the viewers, thanks for viewing and doing the viewers stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I just hate saying that. I don't know why.
What?
I just hate saying like, share, subscribe. I hate. I don't know why. It is. I guess because I watch corny videos all day long of people saying that, it just drives me insane. So I feel like when I say that, they don't do it. Does that make? Because I don't know about you, but when somebody if I'm watching a video and I'm enjoying it, and then out of the blue you just say like, share, subscribe, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that.
I'm like that. Just a tad. It depends on how you say it.
Yeah. So I'm like, but I mean, yeah, just do the thing, bro. I'm gonna try to change that. I want to change that. I'm just gonna like do the thing, bro. To all the viewers, do the thing. You know what to do. Do the thing. Yeah. I want to see how I get. I want to see if I can try to get Morgan Freeman to tell people, hey, like, shit. Do the thing.
Man.
All right, kid. Well, I see y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Yes, we will.
I'm Ninja.
I'm XP Early Bird.
Yeah, and we out of here.
Peace, people.
Later.